Alright guys, so a question that's probably on a lot of people's minds is when is a good time to start thinking about scaling into Bitcoin? And I'm going to answer that question after this disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before making any kind of investment decision because past performance is not an indicator of future performance. So don't take my word for it. Do your own research, do your own due diligence, follow your intuition. Use these tools like YouTube videos or content you may read. Use it as assistance to making your decision. Don't solely base it off what someone says, unless you agree with the ideology, right? So, is now a good time to start scaling back into Bitcoin? And I think now is definitely the time to start thinking about accumulating for this next run. We're at 8,400 right now. We just got the weekly close. Personally, me, I haven't had a position for a while. We're able to sell around 11.5 and 13,000, and we started scaling back in at 10,000, then 9,800, and then we sold off when we saw this dip under the 21-week moving average, tethered up, and we've bought in and then sold, and now we're kind of neutral. But now I really believe that this is the time to start thinking about scaling in for this next run, dollar cost averaging in. And if you're an investor or you're waiting for a time to buy Bitcoin, well, I think now's your time because we're moving in this downward channel, and this channel has to make a decision at latest by January 20th. Okay, so that week of some week at the end of January, this has to break out the channel, and usually it breaks out a lot way before then. Okay, and you got to think about this, guys. I mean, if you're someone that like us, we've been able to along this journey accumulate an extra 30, 40, 50% of Bitcoin just by selling up here and waiting for the retracement. And we've seen a 50% retracement. We've gone down from about 13.9 all the way to 7.3. So we've seen a damn near 50% retracement, which is common in a lot of Bitcoin corrections. We've seen 30 to 50%. And now we should really think about scaling in, because if you've added an extra 30, 40, 50% of Bitcoin, let's just say that you're trading one whole Bitcoin, you've added 0.3 to 0.6 Bitcoin. And if you see the big picture, that later on this Bitcoin is eventually going to be worth 6 digits, then wherever you bought right here is absolutely obsolete, because the price target a couple years down the road is going to be in the hundreds of thousands. All right, and it seems like you could get greedy and wait in, but it's not going to really matter once we're up there. And that difference between a tenth of a Bitcoin and a 0.2 of a Bitcoin is going to be thousands of dollars. All right, so I want a dollar cost average in, and I want to be completely scaled in if we go either into this blue line at the last of my position around 7,800, and then I also want to be fully scaled in if for some reason we don't hit that 7,800. Then I want to be completely scaled in when we break this black line. Okay, once we break that black line, I think it's on. maybe we'll hover around for a little bit, then we're gonna really start moving up. And if we really hit this price target, if we really retest all-time highs in May, then you're looking at 150% move from here to May. And you can't name many assets that give you that kind of return in that amount of time, right? Unless you got some kind of insider info, or you're genius, you just have a knack for picking out these winners. But we're going to be looking at 150% move in the next couple months, and then over the next few years we're going to be looking at like 1,000% returns. So I think it's kind of irrelevant to whether you bought at 96 or 95, $7.5 $1,000. So it really doesn't matter. Personally, I started dollar cost averaging in after the close this week, and I think that although we can go lower, I'll be ready to buy more and more. And I'm really starting to think about this next bull run now, because I think we only have a month or two of accumulation left before we start moving up again. So that's all for today, guys. If you find the content useful, please like it. Please subscribe to the channel. You can share the content if you want with your friends and family. Don't give it out as financial advice. It's not financial advice. It's simply a trading journal that I use. But leave a comment down below if you got a question, or if you want to voice your own opinion to what you think's going on. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to see some interaction on the page. So that's all for today, guys. Until next time, see you guys later.